Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your mid-February to mid-March tarot reading. I know that we're a little bit late getting here. I'm sure that I don't need to explain myself. However, things have been really busy around here. We're actually getting ready to move to New York. Um, I don't know, sometime in the next few months. It's pretty crazy, everything that's going on. And on top of that, we're getting like mouth stuff done. And I just found out that that's going to take forever. So I think I'm just going to wait until I get to New York before I do it, to be honest. So here we are. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the sky. There's a lot of Aquarius energy that's happening right now. So for Capricorn risings and even sun, you may feel like this huge desire and push just to like make a whole bunch of money right now. But there could also be some big changes in your career as well. Oh, wow. Look at all of these major arcanas that just flew right on out of my deck. Okay. Some of you want to do like an independent kind of thing as well. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus energy. We also have Gemini, a lot of sword energy here. So Taurus and Gemini could also be Libra and Aquarius, but the first card that came out was the Hierophant. That Jupiter and Uranus energy in Taurus happening right now. I actually have really enjoyed Jupiter in Taurus, just because it's been in my eighth house and I've enjoyed so many gifts this year. People have just like sent me incredible gifts this year. But Jupiter will be moving into Gemini very soon, later on, like in June, I believe. So just in a couple of months. I don't remember exactly. But this Hierophant energy, for some of you, this has to do with a relationship. And I feel like there's some very real conversations and some very real information that came out. Could be with an air sign or just somebody who's very tunnel visioned. Like they're so focused that I just realized that I'm using like a completely different deck than I normally use. You guys get special reading, I guess. But yeah, so there's this focus with this person. And I feel like there's some kind of information that has come out, right, with the Ace of Swords about this King of Swords, this air sign, could also be a Taurus. Um, really interesting because the Empress and the Lovers, I feel like Capricorn, this is your time to really be like really find that wholeness aspect within yourself. I feel like this is your time to um get really creative in a lot of ways with yourself. The Lovers, I don't go directly to like a relationship or romantic energy with the Lovers because what I've learned from my own experience is that you don't have to be completely healed, but you have to get right with yourself and you have to know when you're being the asshole in relationships, and you have to know when you're expecting too much out of people in general, right? And a lot of times when we expect too much out of people, it's because we're not giving enough to ourselves. When we're expecting people to show up for us in a certain way instead of just letting them be their cool awesome selves and who they are. And that's a lesson that I continue to learn too. um and I've also learned that in a lot of ways, we when we have those expectations of people, it can often be the opposite effect, right? They don't want to show up for us if those are the kind of expectations that there are. So For some of you, you're like having a conversation and you're getting into a new relationship. Like that's clear. Like it feels like there's a very close relationship with an air sign, for some of you, like really cut clear. For others of you, it feels like there's something changing about how you have always viewed relationships. And part of that is having to go back and nurture yourself and take care of yourself as well, too. So let's see, with the Hierophant, let's clarify. I think it's funny that I like grabbed an entire different deck of cards. I usually use these on my personal readings, but this was the very first deck of cards I ever bought for myself and what I learned on, actually. The gilded tarot. So it's kind of interesting that bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. Wow. If I asked you guys to get a little bit of rest between now and the middle of March, would you do it for me? Or would you just kind of be like, haha, Betsy, I know I need to get rest, and not do it? I'm curious. Very, very curious. Okay. So, oh, you are the King of Swords, my friend. You are being the harsh part of this. You are the one that needs to make some decisions. This is very clear to me now. Queen of Cups on the Hierophant. So you could be dealing with a water sign. This could also be you coming in and being emotional about what it is that you want out of a relationship with someone. But I feel like you have a very strong connection with the water sign, and you're at a point in your life where you have to decide on where to go. And I feel like the decision's already been made, but your mind, you coming out as an air sign in this moment, and your mind being the overthinking part of this is really what's sabotaging just about anything right now for you. I mean, I hate to say it in that way, but I mean, when we're overthinking the fact that, there's something that we have to, when we're overthinking the answer to the question, that means that we're not listening to our intuition. And here with the swords, I can tell that you're very cerebral, even when you're trying to rest. It's very cerebral. Right? Yes, we do have a third eye intuition that we can use to make decisions up here, but we also have a heart space intuition. And your heart is, it's important, it's part of that. But I feel like it's time. The question is whether you move on or not, and I feel like it's time for you to move on. I think that you already know that. You feel like you already have that answer, that it's time for you to move on from a particular energy. And really, with that Ace of Swords, like, you really got to get right by yourself, is what it feels like. Like, make a clean break. Don't do that back and forth. We can still talk. Let's still be friends energy. Page of Pentacles on the Empress. Like, you're the Empress. You deserve to have more than the Page of Pentacles. And you also deserve to be able to give more than just a Page of Pentacles kind of life, right? Or kind of situation. Like, you want to be able to give all of you, not just little pieces of you. You want to be able to be with someone who will accept all of you, of all of who you are, right? Not just pieces of you. But that Empress does not accept breadcrumbs. from anybody. Um, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Lovers. This is where I really feel like just paying attention to what's going on right now with you. Like the way that we align to our soul's journey is to be present. The way that we align to our soul's journey is to stop thinking about the future. Like, yes, we may have an idea of what could be happening in the future or what may be coming to us in the future, but it doesn't matter. It hasn't happened. It's not coming yet. And if we want to build something for the future, we have to start with what's going on today. We can't start in the future. We got to start right now. So every time we pull ourselves out into a future experience that we want to already be in, right? It's very difficult to get there, right? That's what this three of wands is. It's like I really want to get to this next part in a huge way, but I feel like I'm being held back. And so the Eight of Pentacles is a reminder to not skip the steps. It's very Sun in Virgo, right? And things may feel a little bit monotonous right now. But life is always going to change. Life isn't going to stay the same, especially if you allow it to change. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Emperor, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing something on your own, Capricorn. I feel like it's time for you to focus more on yourself. And it's kind of like with that Emperor energy, it's like you're taking charge of what it is that you need to do, because you don't like the vacillating, right? The constant vacillating back and forth and trying to figure out what I want to do next. That's like driving you insane, I'm sure. So the focus is not on it, the focus is on romanticizing yourself, not on getting romantic with other people, not right now. If you're in a relationship already, then I feel like you're growing in that. For some of you, for some of you with this Queen of Cups and the Hierophant, your relationship is going to the next level. And for some of you, you want the relationship to go to the next level, and all you're getting is breadcrumbs. And now it's time to focus on you. You're like, what the hell? Like, this was really great in the beginning, and now it's not anymore. And I've put my focus in this person this whole time. No, 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 no. We're not doing that anymore. We're not playing that game anymore. We're not focusing on other people that aren't focusing on us. Right? We're not choosing people who don't choose us. We're not playing that game anymore. Okay? So I'm like, listen to Mama Betsy. All right. I love you guys. I do hope you have a wonderful February into March. And really, man, being in the present moment and focusing on what you need to do for yourself every single time you find yourself trying to get future forward and figure things out for the future already, suck it back in, bring it back into the present moment and be like, what do I need to do right now to get to that point that I want to get to? I'm not going to think too far into how I want it to look. What do I need to do right now? You see? And that's going to help you tremendously. So if you want to help me get to New York for treatment, all of the information is in the description box to help. I do have my calendar open in March. And we've got donation links and hoodies and all sorts of fun things. Mugs, my cute little Virgo mug. I think there's a Capricorn mug on there too. Pretty sure there is. So check it out. I love you guys. Take care.